Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan, this is Inside the Cave on 96.5 FM and 965thecave.com. Sports talk radio with a local angle, where we give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports, interview area coaches and players, and get you ready to start your day.
Good morning.
Now grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass, because it's time to go inside the cave.
And welcome back to hour number 2 of Inside the Cave. Pat Hayes along with John Kane this morning. Glad you could join us. If you'd like to talk with us about sports, give us a call on the studio line, 517-265-4000. That's the number to call. Send us an email, sports@965thecave.com. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. Good morning, John.
All right. Good morning, Pat. Back with my little COVID update. 11 people. Whoa. Not good there. We don't want double digits. We don't even want single digits. We want the Schneider. We're working on it. So you guys keep working on it. Excuse me. Whoa.
What's going on?
I'm in the swamp.
You're in the swamp.
Yeah, I took a quick trip to D.C. and I was in the swamp and I picked up a frog.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw a frog on my way out of the house this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tommy the Toad.
That's not a frog.
Well, you're right.
So anyway, we got to keep spreading out and get those numbers down. Okay, and before I get to the update, again, I want to tell you that Catawba Drive off of M50 will be closed for paving. Ridge Highway between M50 and Holloway Road will be down to one lane.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yep, with flaggers for paving, so expect delays. And Forester Road between Wilkinson Highway and Skinner Highway will be closed for front slope shaping.
All right.
Okay.
Now for an Inside the Cave sports update.
Here's John Kane.
All right, Chris Luma, no longer the head football coach for the Hudson Tigers. He stepped down last year after a great career with the program.
Superb.
But he has some ideas about what's going on now and what the MHSAA is looking at if high school football season is moved to the spring.
From what I'm hearing, there's, they're voting on some things that they'll be talking about different scenarios that could possibly happen in the spring if we do play. And, it's anything that sounds like from a 5-game to a 6-game season, 5-game and everybody gets in the playoffs, or maybe it's a 6-game and only certain teams get in the playoffs. So, and then it still might come down to no season at all. And so you just kind of got to wait and see. And like I said, it's a tough one to keep your kids motivated and working on the right things to, if it does play, then we're ready. But if it doesn't, then it's a huge disappointment for them. And, I'd like to see them, have some kind of season, whether it's 5 or 6 games. Give these kids a chance to, play, especially the seniors, and and then we'll see what the playoff, picture looks like after they get in those 5 or 6 games.
Former Hudson Tiger football coach and a member of the Michigan Coaches Hall of Fame, Chris Luma. Cave Sports will have more with Coach Luma in the coming days and weeks. But that's just, it's kind of like, just like college, high schools could be the same. We don't know about this yet, but if you don't have students in the building, it makes it difficult to justify playing football.
I understand they have 16 practices that they can get in between now and Halloween. So it pretty much works out to, some teams will go a couple days a week to keep the players in shape.
All right, well, that's a good idea. And as long as, nothing goes haywire and everyone stays healthy, we'll be maybe good to go on that. We'll find out. More conversations today with Taz Wallace, who recently stepped down as the Madison head football coach. Cave Sports asked Taz if health or personal reasons made him decide, as he said, that it was time to resign.
No, I'll be honest with you. There's, and I've got that question a lot. No, my family's in a great place. I'm in a great place. We're all healthy. There's sometimes things outside of your control in terms of, your mission is the mission. And, sometimes you have to make difficult decisions. Anytime, that maybe there's energy going in other places outside of the mission.
All right. That was Taz Wallace, former Madison High School football coach, and Cave Sports will have more with Taz in the future. Okay. We talked about this. We'll get another comment. Tiger rookie pitcher Casey Mize made his second big league start Monday, this one at home at Comerica Park. And he cruised through the second inning. Then the last two innings, third and the fourth, were a bit unsettling. Lost his command, lasted 3 1/3. Tigers lose to the Cubs 9-3, dropping them to 11-16. And Mize, who's a youngster at 23, met with the media after the game.
I think the biggest learning thing for me is I threw a lot of stressful pitches tonight, and it just seemed like the more I was in that situation, the more I was gripping the ball and really tensing up and just really trying to do a lot. And I think I need to actually just settle down in those situations and be calm and actually do the opposite of, grip the baseball really hard and try to do a lot. I need to, in that situation, less is more and really just try to focus on hitting spots and commanding and just being calm out there. And tonight I didn't think I did a good job of that.
Mize wound up throwing 76 pitches in only 3 1/3. And he only had 21 strikes. So that didn't work out too well. Didn't work out too well at all. Christian Stewart with a homer for Detroit. His last home run came July 28th against the Royals. 3-game series continues today with right-hander Spencer Turnbull starting for the Tigers. And Wednesday, the third game will be Michael Fulmer pitching for the Tigers. Michigan basketball coach Juwan Howard is a hot prospect for an NBA coaching job, according to ESPN. Those guys just, they just want to throw out speculation like he's only had what?
Yeah, he's only had 1 year.
I know.
Give us a break.
Why do you make him a hot prospect? He's only been in the college ranks 1 year. And he wasn't a head coach in the NBA. Yeah, he was an assistant. Mm-hmm. So they must just not have anybody. And it's nothing, of course, nothing against Howard. He's had a great season. Michigan, I just don't understand why they throw this stuff out there like it's, I've been here 1 year and you're thinking I'm going to jump ship. Anyway.
Well, they did the same thing to Harbaugh.
Right.
After his second year, I think it was, he's NFL coaching position open for Harbaugh.
Right. Well, he responded to rumors on his Twitter account. And he said, quote, "There was a report of my name as a potential candidate for NBA coaching opportunities. While I am flattered and know it will be more than likely, to happen again."
Very well written there.
Yeah. "I am not exploring, seeking, or listening." So, get that. He continued by saying, "I am the head coach at the University of Michigan. I am blessed to be working at the greatest university in the world. I am blessed to be guiding a group of wonderful young men. We have goals, dreams, and championships to win. This is where my focus is."
Good answer.
Oh, yeah. He said all the right things there. And he has to have an opportunity to work a few years as the Wolverines head coach to find out if maybe collegiate coaching is where he wants to be.
True.
You got to do that.
Well, he's got his son playing there too. He's not going to leave without coaching his son. Come on, give me a break.
No, so I don't know. They just this is this is part of what we deal with. People are digging deep to try and find stuff, and those guys at ESPN with this thing with Howard. That's kind of like Diamond League. They're just making this up.
Yeah.
They know what to do and how to do it. They're just making it up. There isn't any foundation or basis or anything. So, all right. 2 top teams in the AL Central got together. Twins 3-2 winners over the Indians as Kenta Maeda fans 7, limiting Cleveland to a run and 5 hits over 5 innings. That could be Cleveland's Achilles. I'm not sure their offense is up to snuff. They had a little trouble scoring a lot of runs and dropping 2 out of 3 to the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and here they only get 2 versus the Twins. And those 2 are on the top. They're on top of the league. We'll get to the standings here shortly. Kansas City Royals were pounded. They're in the cellar of the division along with the Tigers, both at 11-16. As the Cardinals shut them out for 5 innings, pounded the Royals 9-3. All right, moving on to pro football. Miami says there's going to be fans.
Yep. Fans in the stands.
There are going to be fans. Dolphins say that. Vice Chairman and CEO Tom Garfinkel.
I don't think that everybody staying home, sitting on the couch is the only way to be safe. I think if we're distanced, if we wear a mask, and these are the CDC guidelines and the medical experts and the people that we've talked to, that if we do these things and that if people come here and they're respectful of each other and the protocols we have in place, it's going to be a lot different than it was in the past. But if we can do that, that people can come out and enjoy Miami Dolphins football here at Hard Rock Stadium this year.
Show me the money.
Oh, yeah. But couldn't they come up with a different number? I know there are people out there that have some, there's heebie-jeebies and all that stuff. Couldn't they come up with a different number than 13,000? Couldn't it have been 12, 14, whatever?
Are you superstitious or something?
No, but why would you pick that number? You could pick any number you want. Why would you pick that one?
Maybe they couldn't pick any number they wanted.
Oh, of course they could have.
It's a certain percentage.
Oh, it is not. That's got nothing to do with it. I can't believe they picked 13,000. Jeez, Mo. All right.
All right.
NFL, false positives. Yeah. There's a lot of that. Even before COVID, the Lions could have been like, maybe they were the king. Before COVID, maybe they were the king of false positives.
Yeah, how many did they have? A couple?
No, I'm talking about before COVID, seasons ago. Lions were king of false positives.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I got you now.
So anyway, the labs used by the NFL for COVID-19 tests say an isolated contamination caused 77, most likely, false positive results. In a statement, BioReference Laboratories say the test results on Saturday were contaminated during preparation at its lab in New Jersey. 11 teams were affected, and the tests were re-examined and found to be false positives. The lab says all individuals impacted have been confirmed negative and have been informed. Okay, cool. College football. The biggest weirdness in sports right now. Oh, yeah, okay, well.
Real quick.
Okay, get to that. No, let's go another 5 minutes. Let's go to 8:20. and then we'll go because we got Tom coming.
Okay, yeah. Tom McNaughton is going to be on with us
at 8:25.
8:25. So
yeah. Yep. So we'll do a couple more things, and then we'll get to Tom.
Okay, all right.
All right, Clemson, number 1 in the Associated Press, preseason top 25. What in God's name does that actually mean? I have no idea. I don't think it even matters. Ohio State was a close second. What does it mean to be close second? I mean, what? Michigan is listed 16th. Alabama, number 3. Georgia, 4th. And defending Big 12 champion Oklahoma, 5th. Defending national championship LSU is 6th. I don't know. I guess that's just for arithmeticies. Just throw out some numbers because they have no meaning whatsoever. Wait a minute. The Red Wings have signed forward Robbie Fabry.
Yep.
Fabry. Oh, yeah. Right. He's fabulous. Hopefully he will be the other. Yeah, before he's done with the Wings. $5.9 million 2-year contract. Fabry had 32 points in 61 games last season for the Wings. I don't think it was necessary to put that other stuff in there. Had it for the Wings, and that's all I'll say on that.
Justifying that $9.5 million.
Right. Okay. Phil Mickelson sizzled in his first round on the PGA Tour Champions. Mickelson had 5 straight birdies on the back 9 and finished with 11 overall in a 10 under.
Make sure it's under.
61. Gives him a 1-stroke lead over David McKenzie. Lefty decided to make his over 50 debut this week after missing the cut at the Northern Trust and getting eliminated from the PGA Tour's FedEx Cup playoffs. KJ Choi was joined in a group at 7 under by Rocco Mediate, Rod Pampling, and Tim Petrovic. Choi is playing his second Tour Champions event. Isn't it amazing how well you do? How well you do once you go to that over 50 crowd.
I didn't realize he didn't make the Northern Trust cut. Well, when you're over 50, that's what
I know. So, all right, scores from baseball.
Quickly.
Toronto 6, Tampa 4. Minnesota 3, Cleveland 2. Texas 3, Oakland 2. St. Louis beat Kansas City 9-3. Houston over the LA Angels 11-4. It was Miami 11, Washington 8. Milwaukee 4, Cincinnati 2. St. Louis 9, Kansas City 3, and Colorado 3-2 over Arizona. In the NBA, we got Milwaukee 121 to Orlando 106. Oklahoma City over Houston 117-114. Miami 99, Indiana 87. Somebody played some defense finally in the playoffs. Lakers 135 and Portland 115. In hockey, the Islanders shut out the Flyers 4-0 and Dallas over Colorado 5-2. All right, we're going to take a break. We got Tommy in the wings. We'll be right back.
Tom McNaughton coming up next year. Don't go away.
96.5 The Cave. Sports for Lenawee County.
We are so grateful to our local heroes, those serving our community every day, to the people working at our grocery stores. We are encouraged by your bravery as you keep our homes stocked with food. To our first responders, how we are grateful for your courage when you come to the need of our community. To our medical personnel and their support teams, working on the front lines to combat this deadly virus. Words are not enough to express our gratitude. So as a community, let us join together while keeping appropriate social distancing and tell our local heroes how much we love and appreciate their sacrifice and the sacrifices of their loved ones. May God's mighty hand protect and guide each of you during these uncertain times.
This message is brought to you by 3-Dimensional Physical Therapy, 3D PT, because people matter.
Concerned about what's in your food for your reptiles or fish? At Red Mill Pet Supplies, we research where our food comes from, so you don't have to. Our large, healthy adult crickets are always brought in from a good source and are stored in a clean environment. We also stock regular and giant-sized mealworms. For your small animals, fish, reptiles, and birds, all your pets need for a healthier, happier life can be found at 1111 West Chicago Boulevard, across from McDonald's in Tecumseh, and on Facebook at Red Mill Pet Supplies.
With our 8-year track record of teaching success through Tecumseh Virtual Academy, we are prepared to educate your students. Hundreds of students have taken core subjects and AP classes and gone on to graduate while participating in the TVA Dynamic Learning Community. This year, crossover options are available for in-class and online learning. With equipment and our experienced support staff provided, we invite you to contact Tecumseh Virtual Academy to explore your students' options. Go to TVA Tecumseh online or find our link on WLEN.com.
I'm Stan the Man I Am, and I have to say it feels quite warm outside today. But summer thunderstorms are now the norm, and older roofs can spring leaks. Pesky roof leaks can creep and seep and make your walls and ceilings weep. Flat roofs are steep. The cats in the blue hats at Diversified Roofing can fix that straight away. Call 1-800-668-1928 today, and we'll make those leaks all go away. With Diversified's fair rates, rebates, and financing that's great, that's 1-800-668-1928. You won't get taken for a ride when you call Diversified. We're Master Elite certified and GAF roofing that's tried and true. We're state licensed and fully insured too. Your roof's installed professionally with honesty and pride when you call Diversified at 1-800-668-1928. Here's our website too for you. For Stan the Man and the cats in the blue hats, that's DiversifiedRoofingLLC.com. Again, that's DiversifiedRoofingLLC.com.
ProMed Uniform is celebrating 25 years of business. ProMed Uniform's commitment to Lenawee County's healthcare, EMS, police, and fire personnel has always been a top priority. On sale now, in-stock 511 tactical pants 10% off. ProMed has an extensive inventory of medical scrubs, Barco, Grey's Anatomy, and Wonder Wing all in stock. All scrubs are currently 20% off their already low prices. ProMed Uniform will match or beat any competitor's price, including websites or catalogs. Medical, fire, EMS, and restaurant attire. Check them out on Facebook and at 937 West Beecher in Adrian.
Looking for a great lunch or dinner to satisfy the whole gang? The Brick Wall Pub and Grill in downtown Adrian has it all. Juicy burgers, quesadillas, pizzas, salads, homemade soups, and so much more. Check their Facebook page for daily food and drink specials. Indoor and outdoor seating is available. Call 759-4072 for takeout orders. That's 759-4072. Join Crazy Karen for karaoke fun Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. The Brick Wall Pub and Grill. They're not just another brick in the wall.
Life as a farmer has many sides. That's why we work with Nationwide, the #1 farm insurer, to help farmers and ranchers stay profitable and protected. With Nationwide, you can feel confident you're getting coverage that fits your operations needs. Find out how to help protect your farm or ranch. Call us today.
D.S. Johnson and Associates, located in Adrian, Morenci, and Monroe. Give them a call today at 517-263-2582.
For your many sides, there's Nationwide. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval. Products and discounts not available to all persons in all states.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle on Inside the Cave. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on 96.5 FM. We give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players. And get you ready to start your day.
Sweet, man.
Grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave. Weekday mornings 7 to 9 on 96.5 The Cave and 965thecave.com.
Welcome back to Inside the Cave this morning. John Kane along with Pat Hayes. And as we told you earlier, we're going to have Tom McNaughton, the head cross-country coach at Adrian High School, on the air with us today. And Tom, I know we had you on a couple of months ago talking about the season, but of course there's a lot that has happened during the course of that time. And can you tell us a little bit about what this COVID-19 has done to the program in general?
Yeah, the biggest thing is that we need to reduce the number of people who are participating at our races. So what has happened over the years is the teams have participated. We're in the Southeastern Conference, which is the best conference in the state for sure for cross country. So we have 3 big meets. There are 14 schools in that conference divided into 2 divisions. But mostly we run big invitationals, with 15, 20, 25 teams. Well, that all of those got canceled, and all of our conference meets got canceled. And what we did is we were allowed to reschedule with only meets against either one team or 2 teams, and have the number of runners in a meet limited to 70 at most. So, yeah, in the last couple of weeks, we have been scrambling to put together a schedule, and surprisingly, that's gone really well. And we have some really good teams that we're going to be running against now, actually, and coming to Adrian.
So that had to be quite a disruption to the whole plan for the year, because you pretty much washed out your regular season, and you had to come up with some brand new schedules, some teams. You had to do it yourself in order to get the league started, and I mean, that must have been something you tear your hair out with.
Well, we really I don't have that much hair anyway, but if I had hair, I would have been tearing it out, and but then the process went really well. Everyone was looking to schedule for Saturdays because transportation is uncertain. Also, you don't want to have a whole lot of kids in a vehicle, and so you start thinking, well, parents are probably going to be more involved in driving their kids to meets, and they're available on Saturdays more likely. So we have our meet tomorrow, Wednesday morning, because school hasn't started yet, so we think we can get kids transported, and that'll be a really good one for us because that's going to be Chelsea and Tecumseh. But then after school starts, our meets are going to be on Saturdays. And since everybody else was thinking Saturdays also, it really fell into place very, very well. And we do have Chelsea was 4th in the state last year, Division II, and won the state championship 2 years before that. And they're probably better this year than they were last year. That's who we're going to be running against tomorrow. And then the next week we'll have Dexter, and Dexter was 2nd in the state Division I. So we know they're very, very good. And then after that we'll have Pinckney, and they're top 5 in the state also. And I'm talking about the boys. And then with the girls, Tecumseh, outstanding. They were 11th in the state last year and have virtually the entire team back. So it's really nice to have this high level of competition coming in and running out at Heritage Park, where even though it's our course, you still have to be fast. And knowing the course helps a little bit, but mostly it's about just how fast is the team.
So Tom, it sounds like you're gonna find out real quickly in these first 3 meets how well your team is going to be as far as in the conference, and tell us about that, and tell us about give us some names of some of your runners that who we can expect to be hearing about in the days and weeks to come.
Well, our team has been improving each year for the last 3 years, and last year we came in 13th in the state, which was our highest finished in 50 years. So, and we know that this team is improved over last year's team, even though one of our best runners, Nathan Letson, now will be running at Sienna Heights this year. Nathan has been out running with our team all summer long, and he's an inspirational guy. But he is. We have 3 sophomores who are just outstanding. Aiden Smith is he actually finished 45th in the state last year. Top 30 are all state, and he had 26 seniors ahead of him. So we're expecting that Nathan Smith has a great shot at being all state. But then we also have Ben Shefka, who is also a sophomore, who will be outstanding, and Jake Eagling is also a sophomore. So those three are really tough. And then Riley Malarney is our senior captain, who won the county last year. So he'll be back. He's had a difficult summer, so he won't be as strong early in the season, but by the end he'll be very, very good again. So that's great. And then we have an incoming freshman, Braylon Petty, who has just really been very, very good. They moved to Florida for his 8th grade year, but came back because of cross country. So he just had a tremendous summer. So we're expecting great things from him too. And then we have Zane Watkins and Romero Guerrero and Aiden Bell, who all were very good last year, and will be our 6, 7, 8 guys. So we have some depth, and yeah, we're expecting to do really, really well with the boys.
Tom, I got a few questions for you. First of all, you haven't had a competition yet, correct?
That's right. Our first one's tomorrow.
Okay, and so what about the heat coming up to this competition? And are some runners better in the heat than others? The heat really slows virtually everybody down. We start to get really fast, and what will probably happen tomorrow is the lead runners will run a 5K in about the lead runners will run it at about 17:30. I talked to Aiden Smith this morning at practice and asked him what he thought he could do, and he said he thinks he can get under 17, but that would be a big surprise. He ran 16:47 last year, and we know he's much better than that, but he did it at the end of the year, and that's what typically happens. We'll start the season, the fast kids will run between 17:30 and 18 minutes. Then when as they get more conditioned and as the temperature drops, those times come way down. And we have, Aiden was our fastest runner last year at 16:47 at the state meet. We have a good possibility of having 3 or 4 who will be under that time this year. So we're really excited about what could possibly happen. But the heat is a problem. It's nice that our race tomorrow is at 9 a.m., so we won't be in the heat of the day, but still, it'll be warmer than we would like, and the humidity matters also. Well, okay, so 9 a.m. tomorrow. Now, this is an opportunity for some people to get out and see what perhaps is some of the best in-season cross-country running in the state.
Oh, yeah. There's no question about it. It's unfortunately, because of COVID restrictions, there's a restriction for the number of runners you can have, and the limit is 70. With our 3 teams, we'll probably have about 50 boys, and then we have to clear the park. So they run at 9 o'clock. We have to clear the park, Heritage Park, and then bring the girls in, and they run at 10:30, and they have about 50 girls too when you combine all 3 schools. And the number of spectators, so the entire number allowed on the course is 100. So you already have 50 runners. So if each one brought 1 parent, you're at your limit. And that, of course, will be very hard to monitor. And everybody is required to wear a face mask. The runners will take the face mask off when they get to the starting line, and when they cross the finish line, put their face mask back on. So the Michigan High School Athletic Association is really doing everything they can to comply with state guidelines. So we're really not allowed to encourage others to come. We're even asking our parents to be limited. So, not grandparents and other siblings, other family members. It's a very, very different year, very different season. But we're of course fortunate because we're one of the few sports that are being allowed to start on time. With football being postponed to the spring and some of the indoor sports being told, like soccer, had a game scheduled a couple days ago and end up having to postpone and not certain when they're going to be able to start their season. So we're very happy that we're able to start, but we're going to have to follow some very strict guidelines in order to continue to have our sport. So a lot different year this year.
Tom, so this meet tomorrow for both the girls and the boys are going to give them a great opportunity to kind of gauge themselves against some of the best competition in the state. I mean, even from the standpoint of running strategy against your opponents and how they do their thing and how your runners can do theirs.
Yeah, oh boy, and the strategy is really, really a big part of what we do. I believe that the best strategy is to run an even-paced race, and high school kids have a very difficult time doing that. They're very likely to take off fast and then struggle through the second and third mile of a 5K. Well, our kids are so good at it that last year at the state meet, when everyone just took off way too fast, at the mile, our top three kids were 180th, 181st, and 182nd. And by the finish line, they were 45th, 54th, and 60th. So they passed, 130 people during the last 2 miles of the race by running an even-paced race the entire way. Chelsea is very, very good at it, and that's how they've won state championships. The Chelsea coach sought me out at the coaches clinic after the state meet to congratulate me on how well our kids ran, how smart our kids ran. So I expect that will happen again. But in this race, we will probably be matched up pretty well with the Chelsea runners, and then strategy is going to be a big part of determining the outcome. In my opinion, we're not quite there yet, but we're talking about one of the top 5 teams of the state for sure. But I might be surprised. We have been improving so much over the last couple of years and these guys are very determined. They want to get to being near the top. So we'll find out on Wednesday, first step. But of course, we always are more interested in how we do at the end of the year than at the beginning. So we practice in the summer to be prepared to run a 5K, but not at our fastest. We change the way we train through the next 10 weeks now to improve our speed and then have that window of time. It's about a 3-week window at the middle of October through the middle of November that you can be at your absolute best, and that's what we aim for.
All right, we're going to be back with more from Tom McNaughton, the head cross-country coach for the Adrian High School boys and girls teams, right after this here on 96.5 The Cave, 96.5thecave.com.
Where Lenawee County tunes for sports. 96.5 The Cave.
We are so grateful to our local heroes, those serving our community every day. To the people working at our grocery stores, we are encouraged by your bravery as you keep our homes stocked with food. To our first responders, how we are grateful for your courage when you come to the need of our community. To our medical personnel and their support teams, working on the front lines to combat this deadly virus. Words are not enough to express our gratitude. So as a community, let us join together while keeping appropriate social distancing and tell our local heroes how much we love and appreciate their sacrifice and the sacrifices of their loved ones. May God's mighty hand protect and guide each of you during these uncertain times.
This message is brought to you by 3-Dimensional Physical Therapy, 3D PT, because people matter.
Concerned about what's in your food for your reptiles or fish? At Red Mill Pet Supplies, we research where our food comes from, so you don't have to. Our large, healthy adult crickets are always brought in from a good source and are stored in a clean environment. We also stock regular and giant-sized mealworms. For your small animals, fish, reptiles, and birds, all your pets need for a healthier, happier life can be found at 1111 West Chicago Boulevard, across from McDonald's in Tecumseh, and on Facebook at Red Mill Pet Supplies.
With our 8-year track record of teaching success through Tecumseh Virtual Academy, we are prepared to educate your students. Hundreds of students have taken core subjects and AP classes and gone on to graduate while participating in the TVA Dynamic Learning Community. This year, crossover options are available for in-class and online learning. With equipment and our experienced support staff provided, we invite you to contact Tecumseh Virtual Academy to explore your students' options. Go to TVA Tecumseh online or find our link on WLEN.com.
I'm Stan the Man I Am, and I have to say it feels quite warm outside today. But summer thunderstorms are now the norm, and older roofs can spring leaks. Pesky roof leaks can creep and seep and make your walls and ceilings weep. Flat roofs are steep. The cats in the blue hats at Diversified Roofing can fix that straight away. Call 1-800-668-1928 today, and we'll make those leaks all go away. With Diversified's fair rates, rebates, and financing that's great, that's 1-800-668-1928. You won't get taken for a ride when you call Diversified. We're Master Elite certified and GAF roofing that's tried and true. We're state licensed and fully insured too. Your roof's installed professionally with honesty and pride when you call Diversified at 1-800-668-1928. Here's our website too for you. For Stan the Man and the cats in the blue hats, that's DiversifiedRoofingLLC.com. Again, that's DiversifiedRoofingLLC.com.
ProMed Uniform is celebrating 25 years of business. ProMed Uniform's commitment to Lenawee County's healthcare, EMS, police, and fire personnel has always been a top priority. On sale now, in-stock 511 tactical pants 10% off. ProMed has an extensive inventory of medical scrubs, Barco, Grey's Anatomy, and Wonder Wing all in stock. All scrubs are currently 20% off their already low prices. ProMed Uniform will match or beat any competitor's price, including websites or catalogs. Medical, fire, EMS, and restaurant attire. Check them out on Facebook and at 937 West Beecher in Adrian.
Looking for a great lunch or dinner to satisfy the whole gang? The Brick Wall Pub and Grill in downtown Adrian has it all. Juicy burgers, quesadillas, pizzas, salads, homemade soups, and so much more. Check their Facebook page for daily food and drink specials. Indoor and outdoor seating is available. Call 759-4072 for takeout orders. That's 759-4072. Join Crazy Karen for karaoke fun Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. The Brick Wall Pub and Grill. They're not just another brick in the wall.
Life as a farmer has many sides. That's why we work with Nationwide, the #1 farm insurer, to help farmers and ranchers stay profitable and protected. With Nationwide, you can feel confident you're getting coverage that fits your operations needs. Find out how to help protect your farm or ranch. Call us today.
D.S. Johnson and Associates, located in Adrian, Morenci, and Monroe. Give them a call today at 517-263-2582.
For your many sides, there's Nationwide. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval. Products and discounts not available to all persons in all states.
Welcome back to Inside the Cave this morning, and we're talking with head cross-country coach Tom McNaughton of the Adrian Maples. And Tom, you talked about, your training, about maybe now training for speed going into the season, and you want to end up with your best speeds, of course, at the end of the year. Tell us some of the techniques that you use as far as training.
Well, what we do at the start, at the very start, running has a probability of getting injured if you just suddenly start running and try to run lots of miles and try to run real fast. So we start our summer conditioning on June 12th. So we're 11 weeks now into our training for the season. And what we do at the beginning, the first 3 weeks are just simply running miles without any real hard efforts in it. You just run 4, 5, 6 miles, and we have about, it's been between 25 and 30 high school kids, and then we've also included the middle school kids. We've had 10 to 15 middle school kids coming to our practices, and that was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday through the summer until a couple of weeks ago. Then we went to 5 days. Actually, we went to 6 days last week, and Saturday a lot of the kids ran 10 miles, and the way it works is you have basically one day of the week is a long mileage day, which might be 8, 10, 12 miles. One day of the week it's called a tempo run, where you accelerate. You run maybe 5 or 6 miles, but you accelerate in the middle of that, and so you're at a higher pace. But then we also do repeats, and during the summer we'll find hills all over. We've been out on Spielman Road. We've been in Stone Ridge subdivision. We have Bertha, the big hill out at Heritage Park. And what we'll do is measure out a 600-meter section that includes Bertha. And then they run up at about 90% effort, so they're going fast. And once a week do that, and that really prepares them to run fast and prepares them for the distance. And a lot of these kids have run somewhere close to 45 miles a week to be prepared for the season. And within that 45 miles, they have speed also. Earlier in the program, I talked about Ben Shepka. As a freshman, he was a very, very good freshman. He ran under 18 minutes by the end of the year. Well, he decided to run, he started a streak where he runs at least 1 mile every day. And usually he runs a lot more than 1 mile every day. But that streak is now more than 200 days in a row. And the improvement that he's had as a result of that effort has been phenomenal. So now what will happen is we'll gradually extend out the distance that they run the repeats at a fast pace, and we'll extend out the tempo, and they'll become very, very good. And some of those kids will get where they're running 50 miles a week, including running before school twice a week, and then running practices 6 days a week. And the big thing is staying motivated, and this group is extremely motivated, and the motivation comes from each other and from within. Then by the end of the season, we taper back for those last 3 or 4 weeks, and reduce the mileage so that they really recover and are really fit and ready to go. And that's basically the strategy for how you get ready for regionals and the state meet and the conference meet at the end of the year also, and the county meet at the end of the year. So that's kind of the basics of it. And these guys are just very, very motivated. And they also they do well academically. And one of the things I'm proud of with our program is that the 8 years that I've been involved now with Adrian High School Cross Country, we've had the valedictorian every year I've been here. So out of that small group, graduating seniors, maybe we'll have 5 seniors graduating. One of them has been the valedictorian every year I've been here. So we really attract smart kids and kids who are willing to work.
Tom, we want to talk a little bit about COVID-19 and how this may affect your team going forward here. Do we have some type of a protocol, say if one of your runners comes down with COVID? And
yes, what we've had to do at every practice we've had to take temperatures. You do a temperature check with a thermometer at the forehead, and then we have to ask basic health questions about cough, fever. Have you been around anyone who's had COVID-19? So every single practice, we have to ask every person, not just the kids. We have Sam Skills coming and running with us quite a bit, and others, and we are making sure that no one has a fever, and then everyone has to answer the questions. And then I have to document every day that we've asked those questions and that no one is sick. If we do have somebody who contracts COVID-19, well then that will put a big halt on the group activity. But with running, it's a pretty safe thing to do outdoors, and we're optimistic that that's not going to happen with this group. Of course, you can't know for sure, and so we temperature check every single practice, every single person that comes to practice.
All right, Tom, we're close to our time here, but I just want you to give us again the time of your meet tomorrow out at Heritage Park.
Right, we're at 9:00 for the boys. Then everyone who's there, spectators and runners, will leave the area, and then our girls will all come in, and they run at 10:30.
All right, great. Well, Tom, hey, we want to thank you for being on the program this morning, and I know you were telling me before that you're going to be giving us some updates of all of your meets so we can let the folks of Lenawee County know exactly how Adrian High School is doing in cross country.
Well, I'm very happy to do it because I think these guys have really, improved and really deserve to have the recognition of how well they're doing.
All right, Tom. Thank you very much. Great luck tomorrow in your meet, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Great. Thank you.
You bet. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right, Tom McNaughton with us this morning, and we got some sports going, John.
Yeah, we finally got something. Something's going to happen. It's going to be it's going to be a sanctioned high school athletic event, and it's going to go on tomorrow morning at Heritage Park at 9 a.m. So I hope all the parents, because that's about all they're going to have room for.
One parent.
Yeah. But that would be great. That would be great.
But like he said, it's that's going to be hard to
monitor, isn't it?
Monitor that, and who do you tell people to get out of there because there's too many? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think you got to give them one of those number tags. that they for running.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's only 70 total, and once you run out of those, sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever.
All right.
So,
well, Tom will give us an update on all his runners, and it's an amazing sport, and it's amazing to hear him say that the Valley Victorian they've had every single year since he's been there 8 years.
That may be the most amazing thing. Of it all.
And the numbers that he has, 30 some runners out this year, and
see, that's why. Back when we were in school, that's why you had 60 guys on the football team.
That's right.
Because there were only 2 sports.
Yeah.
And the other one was cross country. And what was it you wanted to do? Did you just want to run? No.
I did enough of that in football.
And we thought, I think we'd rather hit somebody than just to run.
Oh, boy.
They're dedicated, though, question.
No question. He said they're motivated, and so we'll hear from Tom about how they do tomorrow morning.
Cool.
Hey, we're running out of time here as we just have a couple of minutes left. Again, the Tigers play again tonight, trying to snap one-game losing streak.
Boy, I'd like to be able to say that a lot more.
Yeah. But they just finished up with, an 8-game losing streak.
Or 9. I think it was
9.
Yeah,
8 or 9.
8 or 9.
But
so yeah.
So we got what, Fulmer going tonight for the
No, I think it's Turnbull.
Turnbull. Yep, that's right. That's who I was talking about. Yeah, Turnbull. So
that's good. You know,
Tigers have they've shown spurts with their offense.
They just gotta hang in there.
Yeah, they just gotta hang in there.
Keep clawing close to that 500 mark. You never know what can happen. So don't get too far behind the 8 ball there.
Yep.
So
of course, the NBA playoffs continue. Hockey playoffs continue, and
oh yeah. And so you're going to be back in when?
I'll be back on Friday.
And I'll be back on Thursday. Ian will be in with me, and we'll do some picks like we always do on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, I'm that guy from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, that baseball player from Milwaukee.
Oh, what is that? Is that the guy that? Let's see, where is he?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah,
they deserve the scooch.
He's the scooch.
Yeah, he's here.
They deserve the scooch.
Oh, what do we do with him? There he is. I'm Justin because I've been smoking Ian on these picks. We've done it twice.
Yeah.
And I was 2 for 2 the first time, and 5 out of 6 the second time.
That's pretty good. Your average is pretty good.
There's get that one.
There's the scooch.
No, get that other one. There's another one there.
I can't find it.
Oh, I can do it for
what
you.
To do and how to do it.
No. I got the other one is, he must be pretty good.
He's okay.
Yeah, right.
Hey, that wraps it up for this Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us. And I'll be back on Friday. John will be back on Thursday. It'll be John R. and Ian tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hi, this is Dennis from Abbey Carpet and Floor, and it's easier than ever to tap into the convenience of smart home technology during the Hunter Douglas Smart Shade Savings Event that's going on now through September 7th. Enjoy valuable rebates starting at $150 on qualifying purchases of Hunter Douglas motorized shades like insulating duet honeycomb shades or dramatic pirouette window shades or the revolutionary Sonnet cellular roller shades, all equipped with the advanced wireless technology of PowerView motorization. Using this smart technology, the associated smart hub, and the mobile devices you use every day, you can easily program your motorized shades to move automatically to the scenes and schedules you set. Plus, PowerView integrates easily with some of the most popular home automation systems, intelligent shades, and smart savings. Connect with rebates now through September 7th. Limitations and restrictions apply, so ask us for details. Abbey Carpet and Floor, America's choice in floor fashion since 1958.
Ready for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? We have rates as low as 1.99%. Hi, I'm Carrie Watts, Finance Manager at Suburban Chevrolet of Clinton. You heard me right. You could qualify for financing as low as 1.99% on the purchase of your next new or pre-owned vehicle. You may even qualify for financing with no money out of pocket. We work with 20 different lenders, so financing is guaranteed. Let's run some numbers and get you in your next vehicle from Suburban Chevrolet of Clinton.
It's another work day. Did you dread going to work today? Well, work doesn't have to feel like that every week. JTech invites you to apply for production operators now, including a signing bonus, $13.50 starting pay with a raise after 30 days, and career advancement opportunities, attendance and quota incentives, overtime opportunities, 14 paid holidays, plus paid vacation time, health benefits, and a 401k and more. Feel appreciated at work. Go to jtechllc.com to apply. jtechllc.com and get more from your job. It's another work day. Did you dread going to work today? Well, work doesn't have to feel like that every week. JTech invites you to apply for production operators now, including a signing bonus, $13.50 starting pay with a raise after 30 days, and career advancement opportunities, attendance and quota incentives, overtime opportunities, 14 paid holidays, plus paid vacation time, health benefits, and a 401k and more. Feel appreciated at work. Go to jtechllc.com to apply. jtechllc.com and get more from your job.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Lenawee County, Michigan. Sports Talk Radio with a local angle on Inside the Cave. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on 96.5 FM. We give opinions and analysis on what's happening in the world of sports. Interview area coaches and players and get you ready to start your day.
Sweet, man.
Grab a flashlight, hiking boots, and a compass because it's time to go Inside the Cave. Weekday mornings 7 to 9 on 96.5 The Cave and 965thecave.com.